Good morning, children. This is Shivalsa speaking. In the previous video, we had a discussion on Pythagorean triplets, how to find the numbers. If we are given one particular number, from there we have to find two other numbers which are in relations called Pythagorean triplets. To children, from the exercise 6.3, there is a question number 3, that is find the squares of 100 and 169 by repeated subtraction method. We are given two numbers, one is 100 and other one is 169. So we have to find the square of this number. I have to find the square of this number. We know that the square root of this number is 10, because 10 tens are 100. So square root of 100 is 10, and square root of 169 is 13. That we know very well. But that is not the end actually. We have to find the square root of these numbers by repeated subtraction method. So that is what we are going to do over here right now. So children, we are going to write a number, that is 100. So as we can recall that in the previous two videos we had already discussed about it, that the odd numbers right from 1, if is taken consecutively, the sum is the square of the number of digits, that we have already discussed. That is what is being implemented over here in this particular question in repeated process. What is that process? So the number which I'm given right now, that is 100. So children, what is the first odd number? The first odd number is 1. Let's subtract 100 minus 1, 99. The next number, so I got 99 over here. I'll write over here again. What is the next odd number? Is 3. That is 96. Next, I'll write 96. Next odd number is 5. Next odd number is 5. So it's 91. Next odd number is 7. 84. Next odd number is 9. 75. Next odd number is 11. Is 64. Next odd number is 13. That is 51. Next odd number is 15. That is 46. No, that is 36. 51 minus 15. That is 36. Next odd number 36 minus 17. That is 19. Next odd number 19. 19 minus 19 is 0. Children, we have to keep doing this until we get 0. So as I've taken, my number was 100. I took 1. 100 minus 1 is 99. Next, I took 99 over here. After 1, what is the next odd number? That is 3. 99 minus 3 is 96. Next, I wrote 96. Next odd number is 5. That is 91. 91 minus 7, 84. 84 minus 9, 75. In this way, we will continue till 0. We will continue till 0. Until we get 0, we have to keep subtracting the odd numbers, consecutive odd numbers. So children, I got 0 over here. So now let us count how many numbers I have taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I took 10 numbers. It means therefore root over 100 is equal to 10. Root over 100 is equal to 10. As I got 10 numbers over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So root over 100 is equal to 10. Means 10 numbers. If I multiply 10 into 10, I'm supposed to get 100. Or root over 100 is equal to 10. So children, by the similar process, we have to do 169 also. Let's try 169. 169. So first number is 1. That is 168. Next number is 3. 165. So in this way, children, we will be continuing doing this. Until we get 0, we will take. And we will surely see that it will come 13. 13 numbers will be taken over there. 13 odd numbers should be subtracted. Then only we will get 0. So it would be 13 square or root over 169 is equal to 13. So children, after 165, I have to take 5, that is 160. In this way we will be taking. So I hope you will be able to do this. If no, then your sir is always there to help you out. So the next number in question number 4, that is square root of some numbers. I wrote over here 729, 400, 1764, 4096, 7744. These numbers, I have to find the square root of these numbers by using prime factorization. Children, prime factorization is quite familiar to us. We have done all these things in class 6. So in this particular numbers, I will write 729. So I have to write a statement. By prime factorization of 729 we get. So I'll write 729. I'll break this number. Okay. This number is divisible by which number, children? I'll prefer to take 3. 3 2s are 6, 1 7, 3 4s are 12, 3 3s are 9. 3 into 243 results 729. Again I'll take 3. 3 8s are 24, 3 1s are 3. Again I'll take 3. 3 27s are 81. Again I'll take 3. 3 9s are 27. Next I'll take 3. 3 3s are 9. So I'll write 729 is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So here, children, I'll make a pair of these numbers. 1 2 3. There are pairs. So I'll write root over 729 is equal to root over 3 into 3, 3 into 3, 3 into 3. Means I used root over for both the sides, for left hand side, for right hand sides. So root over 729 is equal to root over 3 into 3, means whatever I got from here, I wrote over here. So now whenever we have got root over, you have to find pairs. Here is a pair, here is a pair, here is a pair. From each pairs, one number will come out. So from here, 3 into 3, 1 3 will come out. From this pair, 1 3 will come out. From this pair, 1 3 will come out. This is 3 3s are 9, 3 9s are 27. Means root over 729 is equal to 27. Let's try with one more number, that is 400. I'll write a statement. By prime factorization of 400 we get 400. 2 2s are 4, 200. 2 into 100, 200. 2 into 50, 2 into 25, 5 into 5. So I got 400 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. So I'll use root over in both the sides. Root over 400 is equal to, from here each number will come out. From this pair 1 2 will come out. From this pair 1 5 will come out. Here is one thing that I must mention, children. Whenever we are taking out a pair under from root over gets eliminated. Means until we are not getting the pair of particular number, root exists. The moment we are taking away from root over, it turns free from root over. So from here I took 1, from here I took 1, from this pair I took 1. So I got 2 2s are 4, 5 4s are 20. Means root over 400 is equal to 20, or 20 square is equal to root over 400. So this way, children, we have to do all these things. I believe that similar questions can be solved by you all. And there is one more question written in question number 5. Smallest whole number to multiply in order to find perfect square. So children, as it's written over here, 252. This is not a perfect square. We have to keep in one thing in our mind. This number is not a perfect square. But the question is that something to be multiplied with 252 in order to make this number a perfect square. So what is that number? So I took 252. First I'll prefer to do prime factorization in order to check which number is having short in this prime factorization process, or what number is missing in order to make this number a perfect square. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 5, 6 2s are 12, 2 6 2s are 12, 3 2s are 6, 7 9s are 63, 3 3s are 9. So as I can see, 252 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 7. 2 is having a pair, 3 is having a pair, but 7 is without a pair. There is no more 7. Only one 7 is existing. So it is surely, it can be visible that if I take one 7 from outside, then this number becomes a perfect square. As we can see, a 7 is missing in this particular series. So if I bring a 7 from outside, this number becomes a perfect square, because 7 was only one single 7 was existing over here. So the least number should be multiplied with 252 is 7. So 7, I'll have to write my answer. Therefore, the least number, the smallest number to be multiplied with 252 to get a perfect square is 7. Children, I'm repeating my word once again. As by seeing prime factorization process, as we can see that there was only one number missing, that was 7. So it is clearly visible that if I multiply 252 with 7, my answer will be a perfect square. Thank you, children. It is expected from you all to practice all these things. And in the first period, you go through all these things, and the next period you try out all this. If you get or face any problem, drop your queries in Google Classroom or in my WhatsApp. Thank you, children.